good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you are in the world today. I'm speaking on behalf of the Supreme Council of Elders of indigenous people. And I'm giving you New Year greetings, New Year wishes, and last year, 2017, may have been good, but I hope and expect that this year, 2018, will even be better for you in whatever honest endeavor you are pursuing. God will bless it. There is still a strong resolve and determination for our people to pursue the issue of self-determination through legal process. Legal process to the extent that we are still in the court with the federal government, demanding the confirmation of our fundamental rights for self-determination as enunciated by United Nations Act, accepted by African Union, and by extension, Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are still in Federal High Court. In fact, the court met today, 23rd of January 2018. And there was a new turn in the case, in the sense that, according to the High Court judge, the judge of Federal High Court, Owerri, we were told that by instruction of the Federal Attorney General, they want the case transferred to Federal High Court, Abuja. And he was obliged to accept. It's not convenient for us because it means we're having to travel to Abuja, long distance, and seek accommodation and all that. But we are undaunted. Even if the case is moved to Hague, we still go on because we believe in the law, the supremacy of the law. And we believe that the legal system, no matter how it appears to some people that is compromised, down the line the truth will always supersede. We still believe in the supremacy of truth, in the supremacy of the courts. So we are continuing notwithstanding. Then I want to touch on something that is very topical. That is the question of grazing reserve and cattle colony. These two things and the antecedents, the slaughtering and sacking of villages, slaughtering of villagers and sacking of villages, destroying even harvested crops, harvested yams, yam barns broken into, cut into pieces for cattle to eat. And then the process of killing innocent, unarmed villagers and sacking the villages. We abhor and condemn with no reservation all these acts, which do not portray the country as a civilized one. It does not portray us as serious-minded. In fact, it ridicules us before the rest of the world. Presently, some of you may have seen in YouTube and other media gruesome process of killing people, tying their hands and feet and cutting their throats and then stabbing them to death The only word one can use is that is very barbaric. We do not ever subscribe to that process. We shall all the time condemn it as being primitive, unnecessary, disgraceful, and inelegant. You do not tie somebody's hand and feet, use a knife to slit his jugular blood vessels and cut his head off, and disgorge his eyes or cut off his genitalia. That is what is going on now in news media. We think it is horrible, it is condemnable. Civilized people in 21st century should never indulge in such barbarism. Then, on the colony and grazing reserve, we think that cattle rearing is something that is practiced the world over. But nomadic cattle rearing is long forgotten. You should rear your cattle in ranches. That is, you buy land, fence it, put your cattle in there, and provide fodder for them. That is why in English expression they say, make hay while the sun shines. That hay is for your cattle to eat during the winter. And we strongly suggest that anybody still interested in cattle rearing should rear his cattle in ranches. Grazing reserve is provocative. It's contrary to what you may call basic human rights. I cannot ever agree that it is fair for you, in order to foster your trade, that you should compromise my own. As a planter, that your cattle will enter my farm and destroy everything, leaving me with nothing to harvest. And you want to say it is justifiable. It is not. As for cattle colony, that is another plan that seems to me like the thin end of a wedge. When you set up a colony with provision for schools, hospitals, marketplaces, roads constructed, and all other infrastructure, it means you are creating a new town, a new urban town within an area. And you want the committee to go and acquire land willy-nilly, or perhaps with willingness to pay some compensation, determined, the value of which is determined by the people acquiring the land. And you cannot go to court except you get clearance from the Attorney General of the Federation. The permission which may not be given easily or freely. It looks to me, and I'm sure to most fair-minded people, that this is another trick of dispossessing people of their land and continuing in the quest to totally Islamize the entire Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is unfortunate that the killings by the so-called herdsmen seem to concentrate among Christian communities in pockets wherever they are, in Zaria, in Benue, in Plateau, and other areas where such things are taking place. It does not look like an accident. It looks like a well-planned process, and we're just seeing the thin edge of the wedge. that down the line, when the full thing is well exhibited and implemented, that many of us will lose our lives unnecessarily. And we say that it is early enough to condemn it and stop it. People say that some of these people are not even Nigerians. If they are not, that's more reason why the federal government should ensure that they are picked up, tried, and given whatever verdict, and if need be, punishment that they deserve. The slaughtering is not acceptable. The attempt to dispossess people of their land is not acceptable, either as grazing reserve or cattle colony. It is my belief, and I'm sure I'm right, that cattle rearing in Nigeria is a private business, and such private businessmen should cater for their own needs privately, not through the agency of government. Once government gets into it to acquire land and give to these people, it ceases to be a private business. And this is not fair. It does not show sense of equity or justice. It does not show that we are fair to all concerned. It's certainly not fair to all concerned. I want to appeal to you again, wherever you are, as a Biafran, to please remember to be law-abiding. Abide by the law of wherever you are, and the law of Federal Republic of Nigeria, and law of Biafra land. I wish you success in all honest endeavors you are pursuing, and I hope and trust that the Supreme Deity, God the Creator of heaven and earth and all human beings and all other creatures on it, is not unaware of our plight. He will certainly not let us down. Praise God. Thank you very much.